In The Mandalorian Season 2, the Phase 3 Dark Troopers play a pretty big role, and I just want to talk about the Dark Troopers, maybe the history of it, and some interesting facts, not only from canon, but, from Legends, because, with Dave Filoni working on it, as well as Jon Favreau, they are bringing a lot of stuff from Legends over into canon to making it canon so that we can see it in the movies, which is really interesting. So we see the Phase 3 Dark Troopers in the movies, and Dr. Pershing actually explained that the Phase 2 Dark Troopers actually was intended to be the armor of the next generation of Stormtroopers, which is really interesting. And he also said that they used to be worn by people, and eventually they became droids. And so this was basically clarification that they were not actual people inside of it in The Mandalorian Season 2, but they used to be people inside of it, which I find that very interesting. I would like to know the history of how, Dr. Pershing, perhaps, or just what happened to him. How was he a clone engineer? What happened to him after Order 66? That would be interesting. Like, what is his background? Maybe we could do, like, a theory of that. So, in Legends, if you see on Wikipedia, it says this: it would have produced, at the project come to full realization, which we see in the Mandalorian Season 2, the project of creating this Phase 3 Dark Trooper. It would have produced a perfect battlefield infantry unit, and it basically having a clone's creativity, unpredictability, an initiative combined with the resilience and firepower of a heavy battle droid. So what the Wikipedia is describing it is kind of upgrade / mixture of clones and a battle droid, mixture of everything. And it also says the exoskeleton. So if Moff Gideon wanted to, he could actually hop in one of these, which would have been fun to see. But I definitely don't think it could be much better than what we got. The exoskeleton provided its wearer with increased firepower, strength, and durability. The Phase 3 Trooper's standard weapon complement including a large handheld assault cannon and two shoulder-mounted secure missile launcher racks that were hidden under the suit's shoulder plates when not in use. They were issued additionally fragmentation grenades, thermal detonators, see how much stuff they have in here, wow, and concussion grenades. Phase 3 Dark Troopers wore black armor, which we saw, actually, the black armor, which was like a whole platoon, which I would think would be like 50 of them, made of the nearly indestructible metal frake, mined on the moon Gromus 16. Now, Gromus 16, that's interesting. I'll go right back there in a few minutes, or seconds perhaps. It provided superior protection against enemy fire, including energy weapons such as lightsabers. Well, we didn't see that with Luke, apparently, so maybe that wasn't one they brought over from Legends. Some of the phase, or maybe just Luke was so powerful you saw him use a Force Crush, which maybe I could explain a video on that. So many videos we can make. Some of the Phase 3 Dark Troopers also were equipped with an array of integrated weaponry, including a pair of dual blaster cannons, 2 in each wrist, and 6 Plex rocket tubes located under their shoulder plates, 3 per shoulder. That's, Now, the history of it. Only a small number of Phase 3 Dark Troopers were ever constructed, so that is interesting. There's only barely any, and it says that actually 0 ABY and 1 ABY in between there they were created. One of the armor was of General Rom Mach, who used it in an exosuit in single combat against Kyle Katarn during a battle on board the colossal factory ship Arkhammer. However, Mach was defeated and Arkhammer was destroyed, costing the Empire billions of credits and bringing the Dark Trooper project to the end of it. But you see how Moff Gideon was definitely proud to have these Dark Troopers, because we could have seen we saw all the damage that one could do to Din Djarin, which was a lot. Now here, it says Moon, the Gromus 16. Let's see some information on that. So it's nicknamed Moon. Sorry. Now that actually has a lot of history here. See some. It was nicknamed Blood Moon for its rust-colored soil, and the red light of Gromus 16 was an unremarkable moon until heavy deposits discovered around 2 BBY and to seek claims on the sector capital of Transit. And it goes on to say the exploration companies had a brief period of prosperity. Some even listed their stock on the Transit Stock Exchange, but it came to a swift end when an Empire task force sealed off the Gromus system and ejected the prospectors. After clearing the Gromus system, the Empire established mining facilities on Gromus 16. So we see a bunch of mining facilities all throughout these episodes of Rebels and Clone Wars 2 to acquire large amounts of I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that, for use in their Dark Trooper program. Rebel agent Kyle Katarn, having discovered a simple confess, was led to infiltrate the facility, detonating the reactor to destroy it. And thereafter, prospectors returned to Gromus 16. Okay, this is really interesting how this history was. It used to be a mining facility. And what was so important about Gromus 16 was that it was so the material of the Dark Troopers was mined basically on this planet, Gromus 16. Okay. So yeah, these Dark Troopers have a lot of history. The first time we've seen them in canon, of course, but in Legends we have heard of them before, and sometimes people call them a bipedal tank. That is really interesting. That's a really good word for that. So it was very amazing seeing Luke Skywalker against these Dark Troopers. I mean, every time I think about it, it's just awesome, you know? Like, how many possibilities that they're going to happen, how many videos I can make on it. It's just fun watching, and I'm having a great time making these videos as well. So hope you enjoyed this one, explaining some of the Phase 3 Dark Troopers. And in the meantime, may the Force be with you, always.